So, we're going to be covering today, we got to show you this insane, I just looked at Allison Rosen again. And it reminded me of Lady A, another woman of the black cloak. Show me this video, link me to this video, because I don't, did we put it in the show notes today?
It's under Gavin/Proud Boys Dateline video.
Wait till you see Lady A. There's so they have this thing. And I don't want to get into this too much because I've already seen enough comments that make me sick. Seriously. Because we got something going on. It's like, I can't get into it. I can't get into it.
Don't start. Karen will have to skip ahead.
Yeah. This is Dateline in Australia. So it's not Dateline NBC. It's a program. Australia doesn't get it. They're like, what programs are popular news programs in the United States? Well, they have like Dateline. God, that's good. We'll call our show Dateline. Is it affiliated with NBC? No. So why are you doing this? And this is what they do with everything in Australia. They really do. And they don't give a fuck. Because there are no laws there. So they did this piece on the Proud Boys and Gavin McInnes. It was really good. You should watch this. It's 25 minutes long. It's called Defending Gender. Defending Gender, Part 1. Defending Gender.
What does that
And
have to do with anything?
I don't know. I'll show you what happens here. Check this out.
I'm a Western chauvinist, and I refuse to apologize for creating a modern world.
Let's have some of this
doesn't mean
wine.
sexist. Chauvinist means extremely patriotic.
Things that will save America: give everyone a gun, venerate the housewife, recognize the West is the best, shut down the government.
They don't apologize for masculinity. So it's this great documentary. Here's my beef. But I want to be cool with everybody today. You watch this thing, okay? It couldn't be IMO. Couldn't be more cringe. Couldn't be more gay. Couldn't be more yucky. And you got motherfuckers. And I'm not talking to you, Richard, even though you did say this the most, but I know it's going through other people's minds. I love this Richard dude in the Bring Back group. So I feel like I'm always sounding like I'm coming down on him, but I feel like I'm just trying to steer him in a better direction. You know, but he made a comment. I knew people were going to make this comment because it's like, unless you see, there's some people out there who like don't get why we think the Proud Boys is so gay. Like, unless they're doing something like completely obviously gay. So they have this documentary where it's not like totally slamming the Proud Boys. And there were so many comments where it was like, the Proud Boys don't actually look that bad in this. I'm pretty surprised. They look pretty And I'm like, what are you talking about? They always look bad. They look bad when they are saying nice things. There's no way that they ever look good. And I think we still have these like guys who came from the Gavin McInnes show. They don't really understand how fucking gay the Proud Boys is. Like, to them, they're like, yeah, you know, when they do like literal Hitler stuff, it is gay, but the rest of it's pretty. No, it's all, as soon as you say you're a Proud Boy, as soon as you put on that shirt, as soon as you hang out with a Proud Boy, it's over. There ain't no ifs, ands, or buts to that. And then maybe we have fundamental differences on what gay means. It's because where I come from, you're in a group like this, you're in those Fred Perrys, you look like a Proud Boy, you talk like them, you do this anti-masturbation thing, all the stuff involved. Everything they do is cringe, bro. And that the fact that that message is not fully understood around here, IMO, blows my mind. So Spencer O'Neill, you're like Spencer O'Neill thinks there's going to be a day when we actually like the Proud Boys and we're like part of them, and then he would join again. It's never going to happen. It's gayer than ever. Shout out to Spencer O'Neill. They're saying in the chat. I'm afraid to look at the Prouds are all right. See, this is I have got some sick people watching this show. I might have to do like a thing where we switch the content up here and get rid of these Prouds. Just all hip hop for like a year.
This like once every couple
I know,
of months.
but it bothers me. Maybe we should do an all hip hop show for a year. Get rid of all those fucks, man, because that's never what I wanted my life to be about. You know, this grunge group. Well, look at this.
If you don't understand why a bunch of guys hanging out together with no girls is gay,
there's a million reasons. Like I can't even. There's no time for me to even like explain why it's bad. Again, if you think there's any good in the Proud Boys, we are not the same, me and you. I can't say that you're wrong because maybe you live a dork's lifestyle, and the life of a complete nerd / dork might go, oh, there's some hope for me here. At least I have a last resort for friends. But in my world, there is no time for this. Okay? No, it doesn't make me angry. It's just, it's not up for debate in my mind. And then when I see people, it's almost like they want to. It's almost like we've got a lot of people who watch the show that kind of want me to start liking the Proud Boys so that they could finally have some relief and go, oh, phew, because I think they're cool. I actually like them. Gavin's really cool. It's never happening. And I need you to know.
this video will make it clear.
No, it won't. No. They watch the video. They think they're cool now. Really? That's how disgusting it is.
I don't know.
100%.
After seeing Gavin in his leather jacket.
No. That's the thing. They think that's cool. They think this shit is cool. That's what I'm talking about. We see Gavin pull up on a motorcycle in a leather jacket and we go, oh my God, what's he doing? They see it and they go, fuck yeah, man. Gavin's actually not that bad. It's like, you're out of your fucking mind. Listen, I don't say that. I'm not trying to convince you. But I feel like you can get lost in the internet where you don't hear that side. You hear the liberals versus the Proud Boy debate, but you don't hear the liberals going, the Proud Boys are fucking gay in the way we're talking about. So I think you just miss hearing that and you can get confused. You can get confused into thinking that this is acceptable, that this is okay. But it's not. And I don't want to hear otherwise anymore. Prouds do good work. Is this guy serious, man? I'm going to take out a gun from underneath my desk, remove the duct tape, and kill myself. Gavin, as a leader, is definitely bad. No, it's all bad! Mike ran the biggest Proud Boys chapter. In fact, I did. Thank God I deleted that chapter. Remember when I was fighting all the Proud Boys back when they weren't... Yeah. And remember, I mean, this is a group that would kill me if they weren't... The only reason the Proud Boys aren't killing me, like murdering me, is because they've lied so much in the media saying, we're just a fraternity of drinking group guys. We're nice. So they can't go killing me. Now can they? Because that would change it all. We're all waiting. We're all waiting, God forbid, but we are all waiting, and one life is worth it. When that first body drops due to a Proud Boy, it's on, bros. And we're all waiting. And it's going to happen. There will be a body that falls. There will be a mother crying over her fallen boy. Not a Proud Boy. A Proud Boy will kill someone one day. And then you'll all believe me. And then you know what they'll do? They'll try to spin this like, he wasn't even part of our group. He was one crazy guy. No. Okay, yeah, this horrible fun. Let me just show you some cool parts of this, because there's this amazing part where Lady A comes into play. But here we go. Watch this shit, man. Watch this. We'll start from here. This is so good. Oh, no, there's too many good parts.
Let's just watch it.
Well, you can't watch the whole thing. It's 25 minutes. Here's the thing. Proud Boy is with his grandma. Watch this old fucking idiot grandma. Talk about her son, who is now like he's more confident ever since he joined the Proud Boys, right? Because he's got friends now.
When opponents of the anti-fascist group.
You're going to love this. Shout-outs. Welcome to the show.
Has itself been labelled a domestic terrorist group by US Homeland
Okay,
Security.
speak up, sir.
It all gets pretty ugly, and I have to wonder, what do their mums think of all this?
What do their mums think?
Changes have you seen in him since he joined the Proud Boys?
He's changed by overall I think he's always kind of been this way, but I think this has brought the introvert has gone, and it's brought forward a more vocal, a stronger man. So I think it's really helped him. I can tell a big difference since.
So you were a fucking faggot who was afraid to talk, and then you joined the Proud Boys, and now you got more opinions at the dinner table, huh? Parroting Gavin's talking points to your uncle and your mom's boyfriend, and now they think you're a smart guy? You fucking losers with your Oakley knockoff fishing bait store sunglasses?
He's joined.
Do you think it can be difficult to be a man in 2018?
Oh, absolutely.
Why is that?
Because God created men to be leaders.
God created men to be the leaders. And here's the problem, you know, I believe this too, but I don't believe it out of her mouth. Get it? There's the difference there. So you don't go joining this fucking old lady. I had an old lady like this. I used to make fun of her all the time. I had an old lady. She used to always talk about how much she loved the birds. I said, I fucking hate those birds. And then she said, well, maybe you should find a different park to go to. And I go, oh, fuck you.
And women to be women. I am here to help meet my husband's, what he cannot do. I pick up the slack and do because he's making a living. And I think the men nowadays, it seems like the roles have changed. Oh my goodness.
Whilst Diane enjoys the fraternity.
Look at this faggot. He's walking hand in hand with his mommy through the park wearing his Fred Perry shirt. He looks like Good Charlotte if Good Charlotte
like
just ate a bunch of
breakfast cereals.
queso. And yeah, he's wearing the Good Charlotte glasses. He's got that snapback on backwards. He's wearing all black, walking through the park with this who shouldn't have ever been born mother. You know, this piece of shit woman who should have never seen the light of day. You know how many of those people we got walking around out there? Oh, he's much more my husband's. I'll notice a change in him. Shoot them dead. Okay? You know, these type of people.
And friendship his son gets from the Proud Boys.
Now, I
can't help but think she'd have trouble getting through an episode of this guy's show.
You don't need to cut your dick off. You're not a different gender. With free love and bra burning, we got tons of sex and jiggly tits.
So now he's going into the Gavin part. They're going to interview Gavin. Watch how Gavin pulls up. And this is what tricked some of you. Here we go. Gavin on a motorcycle that he never rides ever unless there's a photo op. He pulls up. There's the interviewer.
This is Gavin McInnes, founder of the Proud Boys.
This is like how Michael Scott would pull up to an interview.
Yes, this is exactly Michael Scott behavior of The Office on NBC, the remake. And this is the problem, is that so many of you you're like in love with this. You see this, and you stood like hearts start coming out of your eyes, and you fall for it. And some of you are watching this going, oh, the Proud Boys are pretty fucking cool. And that's my problem. I wouldn't have a problem if you all agreed with me. But the fact that there's some of you.
Hey, Mike, maybe you should listen to your commenters and start liking the Proud Boys. Just kidding.
I'd rather be dead. I'd rather get a job at that anti-black no-table Starbucks and lose everybody who watches this show than to have it be supported by people who support this. Okay? And it's not even... No, I take it back. It's not that I don't want you supporting this. What I don't like is the fact that you think it's cool. Okay? So it has nothing to do with like the support or your political beliefs. It has to do with this idea that you're gay You know, that you're really like, this is weird stuff, man.
Basically, if it was high school and the Proud Boys were a small group of guys in the high school, they would be bullied. Is the reason you hate them.
I mean, they're
that vibe.
The whole vibe. I can't explain it. You know, it's like you either see it or you don't. But the fact that we have anyone who sees it here bothers me. Because there are very few pockets of the world that see the Proud Boys and think they're cool. In fact, it's only other Proud Boys that think that. There's like really nobody outside of the Proud Boys group that thinks it's cool. And I think we just have some leftover Proud Boys who are just like senile almost. You know, they've got dementia. They've got like this weird problem. And they want friends. I've never seen guys want friends so much. And it's getting creepy. You know, remember that time when the Proud Boys like were open, they had their arms up and they're like, I invited him to come out on my boat this weekend to just, you know, get a load off and decompress. And I'm going, what the fuck? They invite each other out on their boats? They need time to talk? What the fuck? But watch this. Watch this little Gavin part.
A co-founder of Vice Media. He parted with the company 10 years ago, citing creative
Speak
differences.
up! Now look at,
He's
they're in
now a
Gavin's attic
conservative
space. Look at
media
it.
personality and comedian. And today, Gavin is recording his show, Get Off My Lawn.
Feminism really uglifies even the hottest.
Look
of
at this
pop
guy.
stars. So the irony here
This is donkey
that I'm
lips
an egalitarian,
levels.
I'm an anti-racist. I'm a pro-gay,
Look at this guy.
pro-women's rights individual. The same punk rocker I was when I was 18.
No.
But now the Nazi skinheads I'm fighting are you social justice warriors. I think being a man
Look at
requires
this.
4 things. You have to.
So he's
broken
now
heart,
sitting
You have to break someone.
in the room that his wife doesn't allow him to even be in. Remember, she has banished him to the
You
attic.
have to beat the shit out of.
He's sitting in front of a piano, holding the dog that he wishes was dead. I mean, on so many occasions, he's wished this dog to die. He says he hates his dog. When I met up with Gavin at that bar in, what was that? In Brooklyn. So it was the first time I was filling in for the Gavin McInnes show. Remember when I filled in as host? And I go to New York City, and it was the night before. And I remember I got into that bed at like 9 a.m. I go, I'm going to get some sleep tonight. I mean, 9 p.m. I got in that bed at 9 p.m. and I go, I got to get some sleep tonight. Because I have to be over at Compound Kumia's at, pretty early in the morning, like 9 a.m. And then like 10 p.m. comes around. I'm sound asleep in bed, and it's Gavin messaging me saying, come on, dude. Come meet me at the bar. We're drinking tonight. And I go, I really just wanted to get some sleep. What are you, a fag? Come and meet me. And I go, okay. And I go all the way over to Brooklyn, and I meet Gavin at this bar. And it's just me and him, and we're drinking and drinking and drinking. And I forgot how it came up, but he's like, do you like dogs? And I'm like, oh, yeah, I love dogs, actually. I'm obsessed. He goes, I fucking hate dogs. Ugh. He starts telling me about his dog and how much he wished he didn't have it. So here he is, and people have heard those stories before. Here he is now, sitting with the dog on his lap, petting it, as if he, came up with this idea that it would, soften him up. And what a disgusting dog. No wonder he fucking hates dogs. Everybody with a dog like this, it's like not even owning a dog. What would you call a dog like this?
You said that you only want a dog that you can draw.
Yes. I said this the other day. The only dogs I'm interested in are dogs you can draw. Dogs with clean lines. I don't like these dogs where they're just a hairy, fluffy, dirty hair, greasy looking.
Those kind of dogs always have bad breath.
What
too.
kind of dog is that? What would you describe that dog as?
Some kind of Shih Tzu thing. I don't know.
Okay. Well, we got to come up with a name for these types of dogs to describe them so people know what we're talking about, because this is the type of
call
dog
him
that...
a curly dog.
But what
really
is it? I mean, come on, there's a fucking name for the dog. A rat. That's an old lady dog, someone's saying. Yeah, those dogs stink, and they're not even like real dogs. They just kind of scurry around the house. They don't have any personality. They don't connect with you. They surely don't commit downfalls and stuff like this. And there's nothing to them. They're shitty, and most people don't pay attention. They have like 3 of these things running around the house, and all you hear is that jangle of the collar, you know? And everybody who has a dog like this is always yelling at their dog to get the fuck away from them. Or
A Havanese dog?
Havanese.
That's what?
They don't have enough skull for a full-size dog brain, they're saying. That dog looks like it has Alzheimer's. I like cats, someone says. That's fucking sick, bro. Fucking sick. I can't wait to get a new dog. I was saying the other day to Chula, it might be time. I might do some overlapping here. I'm starting to get into the overlap mindset. You know, where we do get another dog before the death of this one. But then how do we teach this other dog to not get negative? Because Chula's going to tell him a bunch of shit that is going to corrupt him like a black mammy does her grandson. And that's why they grow up, they hate whites. Look at Gavin in this interview. Let's just watch a second. And then I'm going to show you my favorite part. They introduce the big guns. Lady A.
With someone and you have to have the shit beaten out of you. The plight of the Western male is, right now, is there's a war on masculinity going on in the West, and it starts in kindergarten, where children are punished for being rambunctious. Boys are punished. And scene.
He says
Oh
this
my God. And this is what the people are afraid of, the war on masculinity. Something that they really don't have to be afraid of if they're living their own life. It's so weird because the same people who are Proud Boys, they're doing that same thing that they hate when black people do, like, or gay people. Like, you know when gay people like Rhea Butcher are like, they're killing gay people with us. And you're like, nobody's killing gays. Gays have tons of rights and their lives are great. Like, shut up, right? Or when black people talk about slavery, all the Proud Boys be like, shut the fuck up, man. None of your ancestors were slaves. Like, you live a great life. You make tons of money. You're P. Diddy. Shut the fuck up. But these guys sit around complaining about a war on men. You know what I mean? Which is like...
Just as non-existent.
It's just as non-existent, and it's less existent than the anti-gay or anti-black thing, which they make fun of. They make fun of black people for talking about that shit. They make fun of gays for talking about that shit, and then they want to sit around and whine that people are anti-men, and no one's even been anti-men to them. They're just anti-nerd. They're anti-autism. So they treat these people like shit. That's why they're getting incelatory. Proud Boys are not dating. They keep talking about how they don't masturbate. They keep talking about how this is going to get them out to meet women. They're only hanging around. This is all Proud Boys do. They get together, they buy cheap beer, and they have a low-budget barbecue with 6 of them, and they all just parrot Gavin's points and go, yeah, that's real. And then they get drunk, and they stop parroting his points and just act like goofy autists, like an NLO, Nobody Likes Onions meetup. That's what it turns into. So that's where it gets me. It's like you guys are complaining about all the things that you that you hate. You know what I mean? Like, you're doing all of the things that you claim to hate. So it's fucking gay. And just like you would tell a black person, dude, don't let, the few racists out there hold you down. You could be whoever you want to be. Look at what's his name? Magic Johnson. Ain't nobody holding him down. You could say the same to you. Hey, buddy, don't worry. Nobody's gonna make you less of a man. You're fine. Just ignore those stupid people on Twitter. You're totally good. Mike's totally good. I don't feel like there's a war against me. I'll tell you that right now. So it's all in your mind. You're only at war. And you're only under attack if you let yourself feel attacked. And you might say, no, Mike, that's nonsense. Mike, don't worry, they're going to come. I bet you some money. You want to make a bet that we'll all be fine if we just shut up and focus on ourselves? Stop being so gay? Because I'll take that bet with you guys, with Spencer O'Neill. If you just lighten up, you gotta lighten up, man. I'm seeing too much darkness out there. A lot of darkness. Okay? And the reason the reason I come down on the Proud so much, you go, Mike, why don't you say this to the liberals? The liberals ain't in the chat right now, acting weird. If they were, I'd be talking to them. Okay? So I want you around, Spencer O'Neill, but you gotta stop thinking that this shit's fucking cool. Okay? Because when you do that, I go, fuck, man. Oh, fucking cringe, dog. All right? And I'll help you out. If you feel under attack, come to me. Okay? I'll go talk to whoever is bothering you. I'll say, knock it off.
We'll call.
We'll call their parents. Okay? Spencer, the next time you feel under attack, your masculinity that you haven't used, by the way, in years. The masculinity that is so under attack, go out and use it once in a while. When's the last time you've even been with a girl? Not you, Spencer, but the Proud Boys. You know, masculinity isn't living with 6 roommates.
Plus, the second that they do get with a girl, they're going to come before anything even happens.
Yeah,
because they haven't
jerked off in
does
years.
that
And
fit
by the
in?
way, they're all jerking off. Here's the thing, like, nobody's doing that. Nobody can just not jerk off. These people can't even go on simple diets. You know, they can't stay away from carbs, and they're trying. You think they're going to be able to stay away from jacking off whilst crazy? No. So let's just do that. Let's just be a little less paranoid, okay? Because paranoia is not a cool look. You're not under attack. You're just reading too much Twitter, and you're listening to these fear guys like Gavin McInnes and Alex Jones. They're making money off your fear while they live it up with their millions that they don't give you a dime of. So be a little bit more careful and don't let men play with your emotions so damn easily. Okay? Steve Curran is one of these people that have no control over their own lives. They're saying, no, that's not true. We love Curran, man. I heart Curran. Curran rules, actually. I welcome Curran. I know you're listening. Steve Curran, he's in this documentary, by the way, the back of his head. Curran, you are welcome here. Curran, I would like you to live with me. All right, let me show you this part where Lady A comes in. You are going to love this. And they almost like, you know how like, I'm trying to explain it, but it's cool how like the right has so many characters. So you've got like the Proud Boys, you know, think about it like, you know how like Ninja Turtles, in the world of Ninja Turtles, they've got all sorts of villains. You got Krang, Bebop and Rocksteady, Shredder, Rat King, Casey Nicholson, all these guys. And it's similar to like the alt-right, like you've got Gavin type of guy, you've got the Proud Boys, you've got, you know, Baked Alaska, you've got Lady A, and they all look so different. And they've all got their own, like, thing. You know what I mean? So, like, in this documentary, they're talking about the Proud Boys, and then they wait till, like, 3/4 of the way in, and they introduce Lady A. Like, they're bringing out, like, another leader, like oh, you thought this was bad? Wait till you see this. And then it's like Lady A, and they have this music. But wait till you see what Lady A is wearing. We couldn't believe it when they brought her out. Check this out. I think it starts here. Yeah, oh my God. Yeah, they have this amazing...
Plus this guy with the sunglasses is like a whole nother character.
He's cool. Let's watch this.
Of the US as a nation of immigrants. Even Paul is a descendant of Italian immigrants. But he draws a distinction.
Wait till you see Lady A. Come on. The goddess. Yeah.
Look at that and go, well, isn't that immigration? My ancestors came here from Italy, right? After World War I, and they settled in New York and New Jersey, and then they had kids, and then they sent those kids to go back to Italy to shoot Italians.
Cool. Now that's
Mic
chill.
drop.
Nice. I'm glad that's what you think's cool. Okay, let's, okay, wait till you see. And Lady A doesn't, like, vibe with these guys at all. It's so weird. She has decided. This is not the Lady A. Lady Alchemy, by the way. This is not the Lady A we were first introduced to on the Gavin McInnes show. When she first started coming on, she used to dress like a 50s pinup model. Remember that? With those big push-up bras, and all her clothes were like, what's her name from, Draper from Mad Men, like his wife. That's how she used to dress. She has Chernobyled herself in a way that is so weird. I mean, to Russia with love, the only place she can be getting these outfits is Russia. Like in a cold, dark environment. Wait till you see what she's wearing.
How many of the people who jumped over the border in Texas would be happy to go back and fight a war with Mexico? You could ask them. If they went to war with Mexico, who would they be loyal to,
Hey, how's it going?
Look at this.
Good to see you.
So they're all meeting up.
Great.
And then, Lady A, watch this. She's coming.
Get on the
The queen! And they all,
Follow
all
her.
the Proud Boys, like, assist her. So she is like a higher level goon. Like, she gets out of a limo and like a low level Proud Boy, like, holds your
She
hand.
like
and
reminds me of like a lady who'd be with like a Bond villain
Yeah.
or something, but she's like very like
They're
she
like-
holds her
exactly.
head high and someone like pulls her out of a car.
Yeah,
guards
bring out
her.
Lady A. So watch this. Watch her reveal.
on the streets.
And she's wearing...
Dreadful. I have an allergic reaction to cornball fucking shit like this. I hope-
Yeah, 'cause
Yeah,
you're
you have
not a
allergic reaction to
cornball.
cornball shit?
Look at your fucking
You're wearing
whole
women's
self.
glasses. And you're walking around with...
The
I
biggest
mean,
cornhole.
that back there, by the way, is Lady A. Some of you might be going, no, Mike, that's a crow and a giant duster. That is a crow and a black duster. No. That's Lady A. They say that it seems like she just glides now. She just glides. She is wearing, it's hot in July. This is the summer. She is wearing a wool Russian. And in Russia, wool is about 1.5 inches thick. It's like a steak. People go, how do you want your wool? 1.5 inches, 2 inches, or do you want it like a roast where it's this thick? She is wearing a wool coat, like one of those tweed-looking gray, black wool coats that goes down to the sidewalk. There's only, there's as much between the sidewalk and the coat as there would be like your front door of your house. Just a little thing that maybe you could slide a credit card under if you're lucky. And I believe she's using Heelys because she's gliding. She glides. Wait till you see her reveal. This is fucking nuts.
Everyone who's ever bought one of these
She levitates.
dead right now.
This guy's
Because it's not funny. It's not funny, and it takes itself too seriously while not being funny, while thinking it's amazingly funny. Exhale the bullshit. Like, I'm just so woke and amazing and expressive. I'm just exhaling your bullshit. Fuck off. Fuck you. Stop telling me things with your horseshit bag.
Oh my God, I think you need a therapist, bro.
Seriously.
Like, Proud Boys are wearing earrings. Hoop earrings. They're so outdated. That's the thing about Proud Boys. Proud Boys are a blast from the past, man.
This guy's like a character from like Tintin.
Yeah. And they all really need like severe therapy. Like they weren't raised right. Their genes are all fucked up. Like both their genes and their DNA is like fucked up, man. They're like inbred almost.
Lady.
Oh my God, look at Lady A.
Martinez.
Wow, they bring her in as if it's like the third act, and now we're elevating, now we're talking. And there she is. Look at this black lipstick, black makeup, pale as a ghost. And look at this cloak that she is wearing. Her hair is almost charcoal colored. Like, it's crazy. I go, is it gray? And you don't see any gray hairs, but it's a charcoal colored black. Let's watch this.
Says the Proud Boys are bringing
Oh,
balance back to
fuck.
society.
Do you see these, like, dolly shots of her? Look at this. This was an epic shot.
Proud Boys are bringing balance.
Look at that, man. Leadership. That's leadership. And they all walk behind her now. And she's stupid as fuck! Like, that's the thing. She's got nothing inside her head. But she's taller than them. And like a woman, they've like appointed her some role. You know what she reminds me? The Nashrish. She is like that Indian woman from Nashnish.
Oh no, Sheila.
Rajneesh. Sheila. She is Dandana Sheila. Are you watching the show, The Cult Show on Netflix? Don't sleep on that. I slept on that, and we're watching it now. It's amazing. That Cult Show on Netflix with Rajneesh and his boys.
I love Rajneesh. I'm about to join up.
Sheila, I actually take that back. Sheila's great.
She's way smarter than
She was
Lady A.
smart. She was sharp. And what a character. Lady A is like a moron, a complete Moronsky from Russia. And the way she is wearing like 62 whole inch kicking boots and this long coat. Oh, the best thing about her duster, her tweed half-inch thick wool coat from Russia, she doesn't put her arms through the sleeves. She's that mean. She wears the coat over and her arms are inside the coat. She's that villainous.
She would never need
Look
to
at this.
reach for something because
There's no hands. Yeah.
they all do it for her.
They all do it for her. She has earrings that, you know, like one of them is like a bomb in case she needs to like get out of a cell.
No, it's
you know?
like a little pill that she can take
Yeah.
if she needs to die.
Yeah. So let's see. They're going to interview Lady A now. A cape. Yeah, Cruella de Vil. Very Gestapo style. And again, it's like, so this is what I got to ride with now? Spencer O'Neill, you think this is cool? Well, this isn't really cool, but like some of the Proud Boys are chill. You're not chill if you're involved in this group that's involved with her. Anyone involved with her, if you know a guy who knows a guy who's like, Lady A is cool, then you're crazy too. That's how it works. You can't be involved with this, walking down the street like this. Watch.
Back to a society out of
Society.
You need the
Society.
patriarchy and you need the matriarchy in harmony, and trying to change what femininity is and trying to say that masculine.
And then so you'll have people, Richard's like, well, this is the most well-spoken Martinez. Good. I would hope in 2 years' time they could get their three little talking points together enough to where they don't sound completely retarded. So that's all they've been doing. It's not the Proud Boys are getting better. They're smarter. No. They've just memorized the lyrics to Gavin McInnes' stupid 3 songs because they've had time to do it. So now when they're interviewed, they know exactly what to say. And it's the same nonsense they've been saying for 3 years. And it almost makes you go, why would you want to be a part of a world that they like fucking crazy? Look at her hair.
She somehow desaturated her face.
Oh, yeah. And you could tell, I mean, the leaves are bright green back
Yeah,
there.
Exactly.
And she is as white as the newspaper, which is a gray.
But then her lips and
These all-
eyes are like gray.
Oh, yeah. She's actually has, you know how some people get lip injections? She gets the blood taken from her lips so that they could be gray.
Evil is not in harmony.
Do you really think men need to drink and fight and do everything that they do to prove their masculinity?
You know, I think maybe. Yeah. I'm not a man, so it's like, do girls need to do their girly thing? Yeah.
Why don't you talk about how you whine and complain every time somebody says anything about you online? I'm being harassed. I'm being harassed. Remember that? Lady A? You know? The queen of the Proud Boys? I went on a date. They said mean things. They won't let me be a burlesque dancer. They're taking away my job. Fucking pussies. They take away my job every 6 months. You don't hear me whining like a bitch? Masculinity. You know nothing about it. You guys whine and complain like babies. Okay? That's what you're doing. You're throwing a public tantrum. You're not being men. You know, you're not even being a witch. A witch wouldn't even act like this. Witches know what they know what to do. They don't do interviews where they complain, I'm being harassed. Can you imagine a witch? You know? They're harassing me. I'm going to report them to the police. This is what these people do. I'm going to report them. They're sending me messages. Deal with it. Because a witch would. You know what a witch does when she's being harassed? Puts a simple curse on a nigga. Makes their lives a living hell. You ever seen Drag Me to Hell? You ever see that witch sitting around wine? Well, the witch was actually complaining a lot when they were going to take her house. But then she got medieval. Right, she should be hexing people, they're saying. Yeah, Lady A is a goddess. I'm melting. Oh, yeah, I guess witches do complain. Mike is inviting curses. I actually have. I've been cursed. I swear to God, every time that I get cursed, they work. People are like, why, Mike, back that up. Certainly. I have had people who claim to be witches at least 3 times in my life throw curses at me. And I always shrugged it off. But then if I think back to those times, you know, months later, of course, very bad things did happen around the times of those curses. So could they be real? Of course. But it's how you deal with the curse. Okay? You know? It's how you manage it. So I can see Lady A. She definitely has that look in her eye where she's like, oh, I do curses now. But she doesn't. She's actually a big poser, and this is all an act for the cameras.
I do.
Martina tells me suppressing masculinity and dismantling gender roles erodes the value of family.
You should watch this too.
It's not necessarily a priority to have a family and have traditional values. I'm not saying that all women should be having kids and they need to be in the kitchen, but I think just not acting like those are bad things and understanding the value in that is an important direction. Even all these people that are just bashing the traditional gender roles, don't you think their mothers matter to them? Don't you think their family is like...
It's like the coat she has is like a black salmon. You ever seen that? An all jet black salmon? These are the lines. I don't know if you could tell. That's what that is. It's like black salmon fillets.
Now it looks like that she has just 2 salmons.
Yeah, 2 black salmons. Giant pieces like full fish fillets right here. I think that's what that is. Black salmon. You ever eaten black salmon? Ooh. Not blackened salmon. Actual black salmon. It comes from the dark lakes of the Netherlands, where Sven canoed last week. Dancheng Lagoon Nast. Ultra Boost 4.0 pattern. No. We don't talk about Ultra Boosts in this place. Talib Salmon. Yes, roll up the Buckbee animation. Mike hates the Prouds. Yeah. Yep, I do.
Probably the most important thing to them. You know, it really does matter, but they're trying to pretend it doesn't.
Ooh, that smile, that vicious. So there it is. Go watch this. Watch this. You're going to love it. It's called, again, here, I'll give you this. It's Dateline. SBS Dateline. Defending Gender Part 1 Proud Boys. It was so good. We had a lot of fun. So, you know, the Proud Boys aren't all that bad. They're providing, you know, at least for me, that was a good show. I had a great time watching them. Shout outs, man. And Lady A, please don't start with your harassment, the harassing me thing. You know, it's scary to talk. I'm scared to talk about people like Lady A because she goes for that immediately. They're harassing me. I'm being harassed. Is this harassment or is this clear as day? Look at this lady. Okay, there's no harassment here. Lady A. Ooh, I got to talk about Liz, man. I got to talk.